Next up, it's the best of the rest. That's right, the Europa League group stages are just around the corner. Who's going to get off to a flyer? Who's going to get off to a stinker? We'll take a little look at it next. That's right, folks, back once again another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 1 in the 2021-2022 Europa League. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you do, where you been? Smash your subscribe and get your bang up to date with all things Europa League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here. Under one Ruski, that's right, boys and girls, of course. Yes, the likes of the West Hams. Who are out? Who else have you? There's some of the other bigger boys knocking around on the woods. Of course, your Leverkusens, your Marseilles, all competing to get their hands on the prestigious trophy. Don't get me wrong. Of course, it ain't no Champions League, but of course it does matter. Of course, does provide a bit of backstory, bit of history. Of course, over sound like ass. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We look forward to match number 1 over in the 2021-2022 Europa League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and get your bang up today with all things Europa League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here. Under one Ruski, that's right, of course. We're looking at the likes of Napoli, West Ham are in this one. We got PS Bloody V. Of course, some other big boys knocking on the door here to get themselves off the fly in match day number 1. We'll take a look at that and more in just a second. Of course, before all that, we got 2 brand new Patreons, boys and girls. Thank you for your support, guys. Really, really do appreciate that. And thank you. I do appreciate it massively. Over the moon with that one. So big shout first to Connor Medlin. Of course, he actually came live as I was recording some videos yesterday. So a big shout out to you, Connor Medlin. And Jim Wotton joined him. Well done. So double bubble just yesterday. Of course, I did record this on the 9th, so it was on Wednesday. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you for your support. I do appreciate your love. And of course, you're my new best mates for life now. We are connected like blood brothers. That's right. So I do appreciate it. If you want to become the latest blood brother for life, get involved with the prediction, with the thingy down there. Patreon.com/Roverseas. I do appreciate it, loving. Thank you for your support. So let's get cracking then now, shall we? Of course, before all that, to match number 1 and all that, we're going to go back to the last round of qualifying to see who got through, who went out. Of course, I have a quick giggle at my predictions. I don't think I did that well. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Of course, kicking on back then, Cluj. They were in an accident up against Red Star Belgrade. It was a 2-1 win for Red Star. Actually, remember the 2-1 win for Cluj. Of course, we'll see who went through, of course, and who went to the Europa League in a second. AZ Alkmaar, though, they took on Celtic, and it was a 2-1 win for AZ Alkmaar. Was that enough to get the Dutchies through? 1-1 draw in the end was my pick. Galatasaray took on Randers of Denmark. 3-2 win for the Turkish outfit. And again, was that enough? I went with the 2-2 win myself for Galatasaray, so I'm happy about that one. Royal Antwerp up against Omonia Nicosia from Cyprus. 2-2 win for the Belgians. I went with a 0-0 draw. Legia Warsaw did beat Slavia Prague 2-1 win, and I've got that one bang on point. That was so Legia Warsaw winning that one. Again, will it be enough? We'll see. Sturm Graz up against NS Mura. Called that one as well. 2-0 win. Bang on point for Sturm Graz as well. HJK Helsinki did lose to Fenerbahçe. 5-2. Big loss there. Of course, that's probably not enough for them to go through. And Zorya Lugashnesk. They took on Rapid Vienna. It was a 3-2 win for Rapid Vienna. Again, we'll see if that's enough. I'm with a 2-2 win myself. Slovan Bratislava took on Olympiakos. It was a 2-2 draw in the end. I went with a 2-1 win as well for Olympiakos. So that was close, but not there, not good enough. And then, of course, Rangers, I guess Alashkert was a 0-0 draw. 2-1 win was my pick. And again, I don't know. I was wrong. So pretty poop. But of course, it begins today, guys. It begins today. So overall, Cluj go out. 6-1 loss to Red Star on aggregate. AZ Alkmaar also join them out in the Europa League. Of course, Galatasaray go through. The Randers tumble out. Meanwhile, Antwerp go through on penalties. Goodness gracious me. Is that right? 4-2 was the first leg. Goodness gracious me. Anyway, Legia Warsaw, they go through. Slavia Prague go out. Sturm Graz join them as well. 5-1 win over NS Mura. HJK Helsinki go out as a 0-0 draw, I think, in the first leg. 5-2 win for Fenerbahçe as well. Zorya Lugashnesk go out. Rapid Vienna go through. 6-2 on aggregate. Slovan Bratislava go out. Olympiakos go through. 5-2 as well. And Rangers go through. 1-0. Just a 1-0 win over in Scotland to give themselves the big win to go through to the money round, of course. Of course, these are your money rounds. Of course, these are the groups. Of course, we're going to have a look at them. And, of course, have a look at the odds. I've got Brøndby, of course, over in Group A. Rangers, Lyon, and Sparta Prague. Currently, the favourites are Lyon, with Rangers in second. Favourites Sparta Prague are third, with Brøndby making up the numbers. Meanwhile, over in Group B, we have Monaco, PSV, Real Sociedad, and Sturm Graz. I believe Sociedad are your favourites. Monaco are second favourites. PSV third, and Sturm Graz making up the numbers as well. Over in Group C, we have Spartak, Moscow, Legia Warsaw, Leicester, and Napoli. Of course, right here, right now, Napoli are your favourites. Leicester are second favourites. Then we have Spartak and then Legia will sort in to round up Group C. In D, we have Eintracht, Frankfurt, Fenerbahçe, Olympiakos and Antwerp. Frankfurt are your favourites 5-4 for that one. And then it's joint second favourites, Fenerbahçe, Olympiakos and Antwerp were making up third/fourth favourites on this one. Into Group E, we have Galatasaray, Lazio, Lokomotiv, Moscow and Marseille. At the moment, it appears that Marseille are Lazio are your favourites on this one. Marseille are your second favourites. Galatasaray third and Lokomotiv are your fourth. In Group F, we have Midtjylland, Serie Sparta, Belgrade, Ludogorets and Braga. We have at this moment in time, I'm looking at. It is very, very tight. I'm trying. Is it Braga maybe your favourites on this one? It's I think actually Red Star Belgrade. Red Star Belgrade are your favourites. Then it's Midtjylland. Then it's Braga, and then it's Ludogorets. So, I don't know, my maths is terrible. It's tight. It's very, very tight in that group. Group G sees Leverkusen, Celtic, Fenerbahçe, Fenerbahçe, and Real Betis. Of course, Betis are your favourites on this one. And then we have Leverkusen. Then it's Celtic. Then, of course, Fenerbahçe make up your numbers on that one. And Group H sees Zagreb, Genk, and Rapid Vienna with West Ham. West Ham are red hot favourites, 11-10 on for the victory. Of course, Dynamo Zagreb are your second favourites. Vienna third, and Genk are fourth. That's, of course, the state of play in the group stages for the Europa League. Of course, we do have a brand new squeaky clean prediction league, boys and girls. Get involved with this, where we try and predict each and every one of the games from here on in, all the way through to the final in probably May, wherever it is. But of course, we're gonna start right here. So get to your picks in first and early. We'll give you a good chat. It's free to enter. Just go to this link down here, Europa Picks. There it is. It's, of course, there should be a prize at the end of it, but of course, realistically, all you want is the title, mate. You just want the title. We already have a title winner. I don't know who it is yet, but of course, we do have a title winner, and of course, we'll reveal that title winner soon. I don't know when, but soon. I've got a lot on my plate right now. Of course, we've got the new Patreons. We're going to try and make them feel welcome. We've got to try and get some content for the Patreon channel, but of course, we're going to get the awards out, and of course, we'll do all that. But of course, this is where it begins for Europa. No mucking about. Get involved. Free to enter. Let's get a look at the games then, shall we? Kick it all off with Brøndby. They're going to be taking on. Sparta Prague again. These games are taking place all around about the same day on the 16th of September over the Brøndby Stadium. This match, of course, they never play each other. These two sides. Brøndby coming to this 25% forward, just one win of the past 6 games. Meanwhile, Sparta Prague coming to this unbeaten in the last 3, just one defeat in the past 5, 58% form for them. Of course, Brøndby last time around they did play Midtjylland. They picked up a 2-0 win. Meanwhile, Sparta Prague did beat Česká Budějovice over in the Czech top flight. Of course, back-to-back wins for them, back-to-back clean sheets as well heading into this. Of course, they'll take on Pilsen this weekend before they take on Brøndby. Meanwhile, Brøndby will take on Silkeborg also this week over in the Superliga over in Denmark. We have odds of 7-4 for Brøndby, 23-10 is your draw, 6-4 is your Sparta Prague. They are your favourites on this one, the away team on this one, but I'm going to go with the hosts on this one. You've got to win your home games if you're going to give anything. You're going to give yourself a shout to get through to the next round, of course. Kicking off further is the same group. It'll be Rangers taking on Lyon, maybe the battle for the top already. Of course, big 6 points already. They played each other 3 times in 2007. 2 wins for Rangers, 1 win for Lyon. No draws. The biggest win for Rangers over Lyon was a 3-0 win. The biggest win there is a 3-0 win as well. Of course, last time around, of course, they played each other in Rangers was a 3-0 win for Lyon back in the Champions League 2007. That was back in December, 3-0 win. In fact, the home side has never won this match. Of course, Rangers picking up 2 of their wins, both of their wins on the road. In fact, the home side has never scored when these two sides have played each other. Of course, coming into this Rangers 75% form, unbeaten in the last 5. Meanwhile, Lyon coming to just 1 win in the past 6 for them, 33% form. Rangers took on Celtic last round. They beat them 1-0. They take on St. Johnstone this weekend. Lyon took on Nantes last weekend. They picked up the win there, but of course they take on Strasbourg this weekend to see. It's kind of like the appetizer before this game right here. 7-5 is your Rangers, 7-4 is your Lyon, and 5-2 is your Rangers. Are your favourites on this one? I've gone with the draw, 1-1 in the end. Maybe a little bit of a rusty start for Rangers on this one. Next, of course, we have Monaco. They're going to be taking on. Sturm Graz on this one. I've got to try and find that sucker. It's here some way. There it is. Of course, also looking horns this coming Thursday, I believe. These two sides play each other. Never. This will be the first time, of course, locking horns. 83% form for Sturm Graz at the moment. Unbeaten the last 6. Meanwhile, Monaco just 1 win at the past 6 games. And then 42% for a couple of draws. In fact, scrap that. 2 wins at the past 6 and a draw as well. Unbeaten the last 2 games. Picking up a win against Troyes last round. Meanwhile, Sturm Graz pick up a draw against Adam Warszawa over in the Bundesliga over in Austria. Of course, Monaco will take on Marseille this weekend. Bit of a zinger match that one. Meanwhile, Sturm Graz will take on Austria Klagenfurt this coming weekend over in the Bundesliga in Austria on this. We have bookies odds 5-2 on is your Monaco, 7-2 is draw, 32 is your away win. That's Sturm Graz. Going to give the 2-0 win for Monaco on this one at home. You got to win them. You got to win your home games or at least get points off them. Anyway, next another zinger, PSV up against Real Sociedad. They never played each other, of course, taking place over the Philips Stadion. Roger Schmidt is your manager for Eindhoven up against Emmanuel Ilacucci over in Spain for Sociedad. Sociedad coming to back-to-back wins, so then 50% form looking good over in La Liga at the moment. Of course, their only defeat in La Liga this season was against Barcelona. Meanwhile, Eindhoven coming to unbeaten the last 3 games, picking up a couple of wins and a draw to boot. They took on Groningen last round, beat them 5-0. Of course, Sociedad back-to-back 1-0 wins for them, back-to-back clean sheets as well. They'll take on Cadiz this weekend at Cadiz. Meanwhile, Eindhoven got AZ Alkmaar in a bit of a bang out, of course, over in the Eredivisie. Of course, we have Dutch predictions on the channel, so make sure you check that. Also, La Liga picks as well. 29-20 is your PSV, 5-2 is your draw, 70-10 is your Sociedad. They're my boys over in Spain, and they're going to go with a 2-2 draw on the road, and maybe advantage Monaco over in Group B. Kicking off further, maybe into Group C, I think, is Spartak Moscow up against Legia Warsaw. The only match I believe that's taking place on Wednesday. This one, maybe it's the time difference, I don't even know. They played each other 2 times in 2011, 1 win for Legia, 1 draw, no wins for Spartak, of course. Spartak come to just 1 win in the past 6 games, of course, that's 25% form. Meanwhile, Legia Warsaw come to just 1 defeat in the past 4 games for them, 50% form, of course. That one only win for Legia Warsaw was in Spartak Moscow back in August 2011 as a 3-2 win for Legia Warsaw. Heading into this, Warsaw did come into this on the back of a loss against Wisla Krakow. Spartak Moscow also lost against Sochi over in their top flights, respectively. Of course, Spartak taking on Khimki this weekend. Of course, Legia Warsaw going away to Slash Wroclaw over in the Polish top flight on this one. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this? Well, again, it's 20-17 on issue Spartak. The eye favours 13-5 is draw, 3-1 is your away win. That's Legia Warsaw. Going to go with the hosts on this one. 1-0 win in the end. Same group though. It's Leicester City up against Napoli. Bit of a zinger this one. Of course, one of the best of the rest over in England, taking on Napoli. Pretty sure that this will be the first time that they lock horns. Of course, heading into this one. Leicester, of course, managed by Brendan Rodgers. Napoli managed by Luciano Spalletti. Of course. Leicester come to this 75% form for them, just 1 defeat in the past 6. Meanwhile, Napoli come to this 1%, 83% form, just 1 defeat in the past 6 as well. That 1 defeat was against Benevento. Is a friendly, doesn't really count then, of course, doesn't really count. Prior to that, they did beat Genoa in the top flight over in Italy 2-1. Back-to-back wins for them over there. Meanwhile, Leicester come to this on the back of a win against Norwich. Prior to that, they did lose to West Ham 4-1. On the road, Leicester will take on Manchester City this weekend. Napoli take on Juventus. Both zinger chicken dinners for those 2 matches heading into the weekend over in the respective leagues, the Premier League and Serie A. Look at the odds on this one. 11-10 is your Leicester. 23-10 is your Napoli. 5-2 is draw. Leicester are your favourites on this one. I've gone with a draw and maybe advantage Spartak on this one over in Group C. Let's kick it on forward to Eintracht Frankfurt up against Fenerbahçe. Let's get into this badger. There it is. Of course, this takes place back in on Thursday then. Shall we play each other 1 time since 2006? It's been a draw, goodness gracious me. It was a UEFA Cup Group H match, just the 1 match. I don't know why they didn't have 2 matches, but it was a 2-2 draw. It was in Fenerbahçe. That was way back in 2006. Frankfurt coming to us without a win in 4, 33% form for them. Meanwhile, Fenerbahçe 6 wins on the bounce for them, looking very, very good. They come to us on the back of that win against Altay, 2-0 win over the Superliga over in Turkey. Of course, Frankfurt coming to us on the back of a draw against Bielefeld. Prior to that, they did draw with Augsburg. This weekend, they take on Stuttgart at home. Meanwhile, Fenerbahçe will take on Silverspor over at home as well. Look at the odds on this one. Fenerbahçe 64, Fenerbahçe 50-4 for the victory. 64 on is your Frankfurt and 3-1 is your draw. This one could be tight. I've gone with a 2-0 for Frankfurt. It could be a draw. And look at that. So when I look at those numbers, of course, Fenerbahçe got their tails up at the moment. Unbeaten in the last 6. They don't like to lose, and they don't like to score. They don't like to concede goals as well. They've only conceded goals in 1 of the last 4-5 games there. Goodness gracious me. Let's kick it off further. Olympiakos take on Royal Antwerp in the same group. Where are you? There you are. Sneaky. Over in Group D? Something like that. Of course, play each other no times. This will be the first time, of course, over at the Georgios Kyriakis Stadium. Of course, Olympiakos coming to this just 1 win in the past 5 for them, 58% for. Meanwhile, Antwerp coming to this 2 wins in the past 5 games for them, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for them. They do come into this on the back of a 2-2 draw against Oud Hervé over the Europa League over in Belgium. Of course, Olympiakos coming to this on the back of a draw against Arias over the Greek Superliga over there. Of course, Olympiakos will take on Antonis Antonin this weekend. Of course, Antwerp will take on Eupen as well. Both sides are, should expect to win those games. I think the odds are in their favour. Look at the odds on this one. We have 11-8 on is your Olympiakos, 14-5 is your 7-2 is your away win on this. Going to go with a 2-1 for Olympiakos at home to take it to the house. Kicking on further, we have Galatasaray up against Lazio, of course, over in Turkey again. Another bad boy. Of course, played each other 3 times in 2012, 1 win apiece and 1 draw. That 1 and only win for Galatasaray was a 1-0 win. The biggest win, the only win for Lazio was a 3-1 win. Of course, Sarri up against Fari Teriem, of course. Both sides coming to 83% form, identical records for the most part. That's the round over in Galatasaray was a 1-1 draw back in February 2016. Of course, Galatasaray coming to the back of a draw against Karin Spa on the road. Of course, Lazio coming to the back of a 6-1 win against Spezia. They'll take on AC Milan this weekend. Of course, Galatasaray go to Trabzonspor as well over in the Superliga. Look at the odds on this one. We have 12-5 is your Galatasaray on this one. 21-20 is your Lazio. The eye favourites 5-2 is your draw. You got it. When you go to Turkey, of course, it's a different sort of atmosphere, and I do anticipate Galatasaray to come out top of the 2-1 win on this one. Lokomotiv Moscow take on Marseille over in this respective group, which is Group E. They never played each other, of course, at the RZD Arena. George Sampaoli up against Marko Nikolovic in the dugouts. Moscow coming to 75% form. Unbeaten the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws. Meanwhile, Marseille comes to unbeaten the last 6 as well. Coming to this at the back of a 3-1 win over against Saint Etienne. Of course, Lokomotiv Moscow coming to this at the back of a winner over against their rivals, CSK Moscow. It might have been a friendly. It looks like a friendly. They come to this at the back of a draw against Dynamo Moscow then. Of course, they take on Piräus, started off this weekend over in the Russian top flight, the Premier League. Of course, Marseille take on Monaco, of course, in League 1 on this one. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this then, shall we? I'm looking at it. I'm looking at you. It is 11-5 is your Moscow, 6-5 is your Marseille, 12-5 is your draw. I've gone with a 2-0 win for Marseille on the road. Big win for them. Of course, take it to the house. And of course, see how they get on. I think it's an advantage there, maybe, on this one. Of course, the next time we have Red Star Belgrade taking on Praha. They played each other 3 times in 2005. 1 win for Praha, no win for Red Star. 2 draws, of course. Red Star coming to this 83% form, just 1 defeat in the past 6. Meanwhile, Praha coming to this just 1 win in the past 3 for them. Of course, that 1 win was against Morinos over in the Portuguese top 5. Of course, Red Star coming to this the back of a win against Kurikai. A 2-1 win on the road. Of course, last time around, though, they played each other over in Belgrade. It was a 0-0 draw back in September 2005. Heading into this, of course, the odds on this as 5-4 is your Red Stars, 2-1 is your Braga, 5-2 is your draw. Going to go with the Red Star myself on this one when they win. In the end, Midtjylland, they're going to be taking on Ludogorets Razgrad. Let's get into this boy then, shall we? Of course, played each other once since 2020. Of course, 1 win and a 1 for Midtjylland. That was a 1-0 win. That was back in Ludogorets Razgrad in the Champions League qualifying campaign back in August 2020. Of course, Ludogorets coming to 3 wins on the bounce, 75% form over the last 6 games. Meanwhile, Midtjylland coming to on the back of 2 wins and 2 defeats in the past 4 games, 50% form. Of course, they took a Brøndby last time around. Of course, they lost. Meanwhile, Ludogorets Razgrad come to on the back of the win against Perin over in the top flight, over in wherever they are. Of course, look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have Ludogorets Razgrad is 10-3 for the victory, 43 on is your Midtjylland, 14-5 is your draw. I've gone with the hosts, I think, on this one, 2-0 win over in Denmark to give themselves a bit of a bing bang bosh. Let's take a look at Leverkusen up against Fenerbahçe. Of course, these two sides play each other 0 times. It'll be the first time they've locked horns. It'll be over at the Bay Arena. Of course, Leverkusen is coming to this on the back of 67% form, unbeaten the last 5 games. Meanwhile, Fenerbahçe coming to this just 1 win out of the past 4 games, 33% form for them. They're coming to this on the back of a loss against Baka Tupola. That might have been a friendly. Of course, last round though, over in the top flight in Hungary, it was a 40 win over Debrecen. Of course, meanwhile, Leverkusen coming to this on the back of a 4-1 win over Augsburg. They also beat Gladbach 4-0 as well. So back-to-back games scoring 4 goals. So looking better, good. They'll take on Dortmund this weekend. Bit of a zinger there. Of course, Fenerbahçe will take on Budapest Honved over the top flight over there. By Leverkusen 41 on for the victory, 92 is your draw, 91 is your long shot, so Fenerbahçe. Going to go with a 3-0 win for the hosts on this one. Next up we have Real Betis. They're going to be taking on Celtic, also in this group, which I believe is Group G. Played each other 0 times with the first sides. These 2 times have locked horns. It's Manuel Pellegrini in the dugout up against Angi Postecoglou. Of course, back-to-back defeats for Celtic at the moment, not good at the moment. Meanwhile, Betis coming to without a win in 3. Of course, they come to this on the back of a defeat to Real Madrid. Of course, Celtic coming in the back of defeat against Rangers. They'll take on Ross County this weekend. A chance for them to get some goals under their wings. Meanwhile, Betis will go to Granada this coming weekend to get themselves hopefully some trajectory or some momentum heading into this one. Of course, look at the odds on this one. We have 11-8 on is your Betis, 7-2 is your away win, 11-4 is your draw. Good game this one. 2-1 win though for Betis for me to take it to the bank. Into the final 2 now it is Zagreb. They're going to be taking on West Ham United over in Croatia. Of course, never played each other. Of course, to be the first time. West Ham comes to this 92% form, winning 5 of the past 6 games. Meanwhile, Zagreb comes to this just 1 defeat in the past 4 games, so then 58% form. That 1 defeat was against Joan Zagreb. It might be a friendly, so don't read too much into it. The last time they played each other in a competitive match was against Oshkish, 2-0 win over the Croatian top flight. That was 2-0 win on the road. Of course, West Ham coming to this at the back of a draw against Palace. Prior to that, they beat Leicester 4-1 as well. They'll take on the Saints this weekend. Zagreb will take on Sibnic before they lock horns in the masterpiece, the main course. The odds on this one is 21-10 is your Zagreb, 5-4 is your West Ham, 25 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Zagreb though. Maybe a bit of an upset. Of course, it's typical when you come out to the Eastern Europe, especially your first Europe trip in a long time. So yeah, big win for Zagreb, but of course, win your away games, you're okay. And then finally is Rapid Vienna up against Genk, also in this respective group. Of course, Group H, played each other 4 times 2013, 1 win apiece, 2 draws. The biggest win for Rapid Vienna, 3-2 win. The biggest win in the area is a 1-0 win. They come into this 58% form for Rapid Vienna. Genk come into this, just 1 defeat past form for them. Last round over in Vienna was a 3-2 win for Vienna back in September 2016. Of course, Genk come into this over the back of a 1-0 win over Anderlecht. Meanwhile, Rapid Vienna come into this over the back of a 1-1 draw over somebody, Austria something, over in the top flight over in Austria on this. Look at the odds on this one. We have we have, where are you? I bloody lost you. 7-5 is your Vienna, 7-4 is your Genk, 12-5 is your draw. Type 1, 0-0 on this one. I think maybe advantage Dynamo Zagreb over this group. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Be sure to get your picks in right here, right now. Of course, it's the Prediction League, brand new, squeaky clean. Chance to get yourselves up there already. Cut the 4-size Europa picks. That's right, free to enter, get involved. And of course, you can be the Prediction King heading into match number 2. Until then, give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, and of course, I'm on Patreon as well. Big shout out to Jim and Connor, become the latest member of the Patreon gang. Do respect it. Brother from another mother, my new best mates for life. Of course, if you want to become the latest member of that best mates for life gang, check out the link down below, patreon.com/overseas. We also have a Discord. It's wide open. Check it all out. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, we're done.